guys, Jamie here, and welcome to building Bucky Station in 1.7.4. So this is going to be how you build the station, of course. You've probably seen it on Minecraft Station Revamped, I think that's its name. And pretty much it's as advanced as it comes when you come to stations. It is top of the line, all the best stuff. Now, there's two ways you can build it. You can build it on either 15 or less, or 45 to 15 stations, and by stations I mean places you can go. So you can have anywhere up to 45, and there'll be two sets of videos. There'll be the A and the B parts, and the A parts are going to be the 15 or less, so you don't have to build it 15. I will though in part A, and in the B I'll show you how to modify either the part A video or start a whole new video on a blank canvas just for part B videos, showing you how to make it for 45 destinations. Anyway, let's get on to today. What we're going to be building is the Rsnor latch arrays, which will basically store the information of where you're going. What we're going to be building today is going to be 15 wide by 10 long and 8 tall. You're going to need 375 building blocks, 15 sticky pistons, 96 redstone dust, 68 redstone torches, 121 repeaters, and 15 lamps, as I'm going to build it. So let's get started. So we're going to first start off with a 4 high and 15 wide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Hope I've counted that right. So this wall here we're putting in is going to just be our input panel. Now, for this tutorial, I'll be using buttons. However, if you want to use the original pressure plates, I will be doing a quick video after I finish recording this, showing you just how to modify it. It's not too difficult. Okay, so now we've got that in, I'm just going to put some redstone lamps up top here. Now, if you want to use, as the original does, redstone torches, I'll show you how to do that. It's a very, very simple adjustment. And this is our front panel, so if we can actually get some buttons out. There we go. You'll need 15 buttons, or, you know, however many buttons you're... well, one button per station, really. So just out the back here, directly parallel to the bottom block, so that this repeater will take the output of the button. You want to place that down, and just make sure they're in the right direction. I've had a nameable someone put that in the wrong direction, and he'll know who he is. So yeah, just get these in just like this, all on one tick. Now there's only one set of repeaters that need to be on a different to one tick, so make sure they're all on one, because otherwise your input panel will be much less responsive. So next we're going to put down one block down, and we're just going to put in these sticky pistons. Now what these sticky pistons are going to do is, when they're extended upwards, the blocks they hold, which you can put in now, are going to go vertically upwards, and the blocks will be put in the path of those repeaters just in front of me that we've just put down, and it will transmit current through to this next set of repeaters we're about to put in. And then if someone was to be leaving the station, these blocks would miss twice. These blocks on the pistons would come down as the pistons retracted, and then that would mean current can't jump through the air, and so nobody can change the station while a user is leaving. Right, so we've got that in. I'm just going to dig down here like that. There we go. Just clear out a 2x2 space. Just going to need to get all these wired up, and this will come in part of our end sections, wiring up the rest of the station. It's getting pretty dark now, so we'll hopefully get to the end. I can't see anything. There it is. There's the light. Okay, so then you're going to aim for the side wall, and they'll go down in the right direction. Just put a torch here for now. That torch is there just for testing purposes. And there we have it. So all these should be extended, and if you press the button, it should go, and this repeater should turn on. And yep, you can see the glow. Okay, right. So next we're going to put in our reset line, which just goes across here. So how it works is, when you make an input, the repeaters go into this block, and this lane down here we just put in is going to be powered. This lane is going to put the reset and all the Rsnor latches in the array, so they'll all go to off, so no station is selected. And then what we're going to do in a moment is just going to take the power through that block and select on 2 ticks the slot that we want to actually leave on, and that will basically ensure that, oh, get rid of those, that will ensure that no stations, or only one station, is ever selected, and you don't confuse the station by trying to go to more than one places at the same time, because that wouldn't work. It's just no, it won't work. Okay, so as you can see now, when I hit the button, all of those turn off, and that will actually reset them, and the power's just gone through this repeater into this block, onto this lane, all the way along that lane, and actually gone down, and those repeaters have all picked it up. So now we've got this, and this needs to be on 2 ticks, or 1 tick longer than these ones down here. It doesn't matter, but if you keep those on 1 tick, which you should, that should be on 2 ticks. And this will just ensure that after everything's reset, your selection is made. And if you're thinking that it won't work, it's because the very last tick, so this button will give you a 9 tick long, and when I say tick, each tick is a redstone tick we're going to be referring to, not a game tick. So 9 redstone ticks, or 18 game ticks. After this turns on, this will also be on, but it will have a delay, if that makes sense. Probably doesn't. You have no idea what I'm talking about. It basically ensures that for the last redstone tick, that the top one's on, or getting an input where the bottom one isn't, so the reset lasts less time than the selection, and basically that means the selection will effectively win, if you thought of it like that, and your station will be selected. So just build up like this. Now you can build across here, but in the blocks I've put up, these blocks here under these 2, so for example that block isn't counted in your whatever it is, 375. So just bear that in mind. It's always good to start with more materials than you're actually going to need. So yeah, just make sure that's all good. So now we're just going to put power along here. Don't worry that they're all connecting, we're just going to deal with that in a moment. So these are part of the Rsnor latches, or these are the Rsnor latches, and what an Rsnor latch is, if you're wondering, is pretty much a loop, where the power goes around in a loop, and once it's on, it turns itself on again and again and again, and it goes round in circles indefinitely until reset. And that's pretty much how it works. So now we'll just put some torches up here, and we can just test out the Rsnor latches. Right, we'll just flush this out, clean it. So that's going to reset them all, and just select this. And if you look at these torches, I know it's difficult with my shader mod, but you can see that this is definitely off, and all the others are emitting particles. You can also come around and see that the bottom one, this is the only one that's off. Okay, now that that's working, we know that our Rsnor latches are working, so that's great. We'll just make sure our timings are all right before we, there you go. I didn't remember to change these all to 2 ticks. Make sure they're all on 2. Like I say, you don't want them on 3, because 3 would mean the input panel is less responsive. Then we're just going to go up again. Okay, there we go. And yet another layer of torches. Just put these along. Lovely. Now comes our time to wire in these lamps, and I'll quickly show you how to do it the other way. So if you want torches instead of lamps to show what destination is on or selected, in the case that something's selected, the thing that is selected will be on, if that makes sense. So the redstone torch will be on, or the lamp will be on, and the other 14 will be off, or you know, however many you're making will be off. So first we're going to make what I call a checkerboard of redstone, like this. So just, if you've ever played chess, think of the redstone repeaters as black squares and the gaps we currently have as white squares. Now just fill in those with redstone dust, and that's how that's done. Now this is just allowing us to get power without it interfering, I guess, in a nice easy way, without cutting blocks and cutting off power signals. And that's quite useful. We'll be using it a lot, so definitely remember that pattern. Right, so this is, I'll do 14, which is the first 14. This is just if you want lamps. And if you want redstone torches here, you'll just change out that lamp for a redstone torch, and you just continue the checkerboard pattern along another 2, just like that. Let's make sure you've had a good look at that. You can pause the video just there if you need to, and we'll just make sure that's broken. So that's pretty much all we're doing for today. That's the Rsnor latch arrays. So as you can see, if we just test them out, they'll just swap over. There we go, and you can see at the back, these are the latches here. We will actually put in these redstone repeaters here, as they were counted in the blocks or resources used, and those are going to link into what we're going to do in the next video. But other than that, thank you all for watching. I hope this has helped, and be sure to check out the next parts, otherwise you're going to be left with a completely, or almost completely useless, just blob of redstone. Anyway, thanks again, and I'll see you later.